Praise be Jesus and Mary.
And now and forever.
The book of Job, chapter 7, verse 1, says, "The life of man on earth is a warfare." St. Paul in his letters explains that this is a spiritual warfare that we wage against the principalities and powers and spirits of the air. These are the evil spirits. Today's responsorial psalm, we say, "Blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for battle, my fingers for war." I like to think of that in reference to the Rosary. That is, if we have the Rosary in our hands, they are trained for battle. If our fingers are doing the beads, then our fingers are being trained for war. And we can even see this as one interpretation of today's first reading of David's encounter with Goliath. David representing the just man and Goliath representing evil. And what does David do? He has his sling ready to hand, right? Just like the Rosary should be our sling. And the 5 smooth stones, those are the 5 decades of the Rosary. And so notice how one of these stones is embedded in the brow of the Philistine. That calls to mind the passage from Genesis, "She will crush your head." And so we should always have the Rosary ready at hand. We should have our hands and our fingers being trained for battle and be launching these stones against the evil spirits by making our way through the decades. I like this interview that recently the Criterion did with Father Matt Tucci, and it was a life in the day of the priest. And Father Matt explained how he's basically praying the Rosary throughout the day. That's a really good example. He said, you can't live this life if you don't do that. And that goes for the priest, and in a certain sense, it goes for the laity too, right? I mean, you're out and about in the world, filled with error and darkness and sin and temptation. And we need to always have our sling ready to hand and be launching those stones. And so we celebrate this Mass in honor of Our Lady, Help of Christians, precisely for this intention, that she always be with us, close to us, protecting us from evil. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.